Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, friends out there in YouTube land, around the country and around the world. Not surprisingly, and most befittingly, I started this video at 3:33 p.m. It's probably going to be more than 3 minutes and 33 seconds long. So, anyway, 333 is 1/3 of a circle. In degrees, it's 120 degrees. To me, in my estimation, and I've talked about this many times before, 333 is like a time stamp. You may see it in grocery stores, somebody's number on a license plate. I've seen it there. Could be the amount of, you put in a little bit of gas, you got the bill's 333, whatever. People see it repeatedly. To me, it means that it's time to get in the ark. It means to me safety, refuge, healing, sustenance, shelter, all those things. And what I have on the screen there is my map. And I'm going to minimize this so you can take a screenshot of that. Best I can do for now. There's a sister, the same sister that printed these maps off for me the first time. Said she could do it again and will do it again. It's just a matter of time. This is fairly clear. The map as it is now is just a faded blob of nothingness. So the only captures I have of it, you can already see a lot of water stains that it went on here. But it's fairly legible. You can go to county maps of the 4 states, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri, and pull up these maps and look at that in greater detail and just, draw on that. So, what I am going to do today is to present to you all the fact that I have been investing my entire life into this message, this concept, this region, the remnant, and the kingdom. And then, or I'll just say it now, things don't happen without help. Things don't happen without finances, without a treasury. I'm waiting for the day when $12 million is, put in my keeping. When that happens, I'm going to give 11 million of it away. 6 million to one person and 5 million to other people. And I'll do what I can with the remaining 1 million. Until that time comes, I have been and I will continue to invest everything that I have and am into bringing those of you out there who are listening to this, what I consider to be the safest region on earth. The last thing I did with my business partner was to go to a conference in Santa Fe, New Mexico, to learn how to operate what is called a biowell. It's a gas discharge visualization camera, which was a diagnostic device to promote excellent health. I won't go into all the details. In the course of that, I spoke with a woman who was associated with and knew of a worldwide movement of Russian originated gardeners, people all over the world, Australia, everywhere. Probably every single nation on this earth is aware of this movement. It's a movement to garden. There's a series of books, The Ringing Cedars of Russia. These people are, the culture that it stems from goes back to Vedic times. In other words, Rig Veda, the Hindu writings, that era. They consider themselves Ved Rus, Vedic Russian, Ved Rus, R-U-S. The ancient, connotation for this culture. I say all that to say this, that this woman, when she asked me where I was from, I said Missouri, and her reply was, "Oh, Ava, Missouri is the center of the safest region on earth, and that is where these Russian gardeners, Ringing Cedars people, have told to congregate to." Now, I think possibly she might have watched one of my videos, I don't know, and construed that, but she was quoting me verbatim. I can't tell, I never have been able to verify, but basically the editor of the series is in Missouri, Leonid Shirashkin. Anyway, so the point I'm making is that, this is a big, huge idea. There are a lot of Russians here. There's Russian believers here. Now, the Ved Rus people are not, they don't claim to be Christian. They're very highly moral, very disciplined people. They do gardens. They heal people with food. They do a lot of amazing things. But there are a lot of Russian believers in Springfield, Missouri, and even there were a lot in Stockton for quite a while, who had prophecies in their groups going back many, many decades. And they came to America, and they came to the Ozarks because they had prophecies about ocean levels rising, and they knew they had to go inland and go to higher ground. I spoke with a young man, 19 years old, Alexander the Great, named after Alexander the Great. And every oldest child in his family was named Alexander. He had an older brother that was named Alexander. He died. They had another son. They named him Alexander. That's his name. But he said, "I used to stand on the shores in Washington State, and I would, in the back of my mind, I could see ocean levels rising, and I knew I had to go inland onto higher ground." The Ozarks. So, it's a huge idea. I'm going to pause on these so you can screenshot these if you would like. Best I can do for now, I know a lot of people have asked me about this. It used to be on arkhaven.org website with Ken Updegrove, webmaster, but he pulled it off. And I'd like him to put it back on if anybody would find his original digital copy. That would be nice. If anybody sees that, let me know. All right, so nothing happens without help and without aid and without financing. I just totaled up in the last less than about one calendar month, I spent over $500 on research and development. I spent too much. I'm in the hole, and basically I'm asking for some help. I have almost 6,000 subscribers. It took forever to go from 3,000 to 4,000, just to go from 3,500 to 4,000. Now it's up to almost 6,000 subscribers. If anybody's out there who believes in what I'm doing, cares about what I'm doing, I'm just asking for, PayPal is dmnds2001 at yahoo.com. I have to There's some things I need to get done fairly soon. There's a trailer that needs to get moved over here so it can be repaired. It's going to be Brother Shannon's trailer. You know, he can repair it, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm giving it to him. So he is a good cook. He's a wonderful help in many, many ways, but he loves to cook. And so it can be, as far as I'm concerned, a community kitchen for some men. Sorry about that. All right, I'll stop doing that. You can see a little bit of the tape there on the left on that map. So, oops, sorry. I'm just going to talk a little bit as I go through these so you can take a look at them. And, you know, there's various shots of it, a little bit different angles. Some of them are better than others. So I'm just going to go through it and do what you can with them. And then I'm going to go into some of my playlists and just kind of present to you the body of work that I've done over the years, put together. So what this basically shows is the round circle describes the red line is about the river basins that surround the Ozark Plateau. You can kind of see that on Google Earth. If you pan out a ways, you can see a almost virtual circular region. I call it the 1,000 mile long moat. Yeah. So the diamond-shaped area there is the actual physical confines of the Ozark Plateau, but it seems that